If you eat raisins within 2 hours of going to sleep, you are accidentally sabotaging your body's ability to stay asleep. I'm going to show you exactly why this healthy snack wakes you up at 3 a.m. and the simple time shift that fixes it. In this video, we are going to uncover why a simple handful of raisins before bed might be the hidden reason you are waking up in the middle of the night, and the one small change that fixes it. Tonight we will gently drift through 3 key insights: the sugar crash phenomenon that disrupts deep sleep, the thirst trigger caused by dried fruit, and the perfect time of day to enjoy nature's candy without compromising your rest. Let's take a breath and begin. As we settle in tonight, perhaps you are resting in bed already. You deserve comfort and peace. So many of us look for a little sweet indulgence before settling in. We often choose raisins because they feel safe. They are fruit, after all. They remind us of childhood. They are convenient. They feel like a healthy compromise compared to a cookie or ice cream. This intention is wonderful. You are trying to care for yourself. But sometimes, even the most well-meaning habits can work against our need for restful, uninterrupted sleep. That tiny little dried grape is powerful. We are not here to judge this habit, only to understand the chemistry behind it. If you have been struggling to stay asleep, try listening with curiosity. This gentle adjustment may be exactly what you need. Think for a moment about a fresh grape. It is plump and watery. The sugar inside is diluted by the natural water content. Now picture that grape sitting in the sun for days, shriveling and shrinking. All that comforting water disappears, but the sugar does not. It concentrates. It becomes incredibly powerful. This is the central mistake we are making. We are treating a raisin like a fresh piece of fruit, when chemically it is closer to a candy. And it is the speed with which this concentrated sugar hits your bloodstream that causes the trouble just a few hours later, in the deep silence of the night. When you eat a regular meal, the sugar release is slow. Fiber and water hold it back. But dried fruit lacks the volume of water, and its fiber is highly concentrated, making the sugar easy for the body to access. When you consume a handful of raisins, your body must react immediately. Your body is designed to keep you safe. If a large amount of fast-acting sugar enters your system, your pancreas releases insulin. Insulin is the friendly shuttle that tries to move that sugar out of your bloodstream and into your cells for storage. It is trying to restore balance. This rapid rush of insulin creates what we call the sugar spike. The first few minutes, you might feel pleasantly satisfied or even a little burst of energy. This is nice, but it is misleading when you are trying to wind down. Now let us move a few hours into the night. You have been sleeping soundly. Perhaps you fell asleep easily, about 30 minutes after that snack. Your insulin did its job well, maybe even too well. It cleared all that quick sugar out of your blood. Now your blood sugar levels dip dramatically. They fall too low. This is the sugar crash. The body interprets this crash, this sudden low level of fuel, as a crisis. It believes you are starving. Even while you sleep, your ancient survival mechanisms kick in. Your body does not know the difference between being low on fuel because you ate raisins too late, or being low on fuel because you are fleeing a predator in the wilderness. It reacts the same way. When the body feels this urgent need for fuel, It releases two powerful stress hormones, cortisol and adrenaline. These are the same hormones that trigger the fight-or-flight response. They are wonderful if you need to jump out of the way of a speeding car. They are terrible if you are trying to enjoy deep, peaceful sleep. This sudden surge of cortisol and adrenaline is precisely why you snap awake at 2 or 3 or 4 in the morning. Your heart might be racing a little. You feel wide awake, alert, even anxious, even though nothing is actually wrong. You might feel a pang of hunger. This is your body shouting, "Wake up, we need energy now." This chemical alarm clock is impossible to ignore. It is the raisin mistake coming due. It can take an hour or more for the body to calm down after this hormonal surge. You may find yourself lying awake, checking the clock, frustrated that your hard-won sleep has been broken. Often, people who wake up like this crave another snack, which sets up the same cycle for the next night. You are caught in a cycle of spikes and crashes. This is a quiet, non-emergency issue, but it contributes heavily to chronic sleep disruption, especially for aging bodies that are more sensitive to blood sugar fluctuations. Remember, your body's ability to process and manage glucose becomes slightly less efficient as the years pass. This means that dried fruit hits harder and faster now than it did when you were 40. Giving ourselves extra grace and understanding around our nighttime routines is a beautiful gift we can offer ourselves. Let's also consider the subtle hydration factor. This is a quiet culprit that works alongside the sugar issue. As we mentioned earlier, raisins are sponges. They have very little moisture left. When you eat them, especially late in the day, they need water. If you don't drink sufficient water with them, they start drawing moisture from your digestive tract. This process can lead to feelings of slight bloating, gas, or mild digestive discomfort. When your stomach is working hard to rehydrate the food you just ate, it is sending signals that can make it difficult to settle fully into deep, restorative sleep. If your body is busy trying to balance hydration and process high amounts of sugar, it cannot fully relax. Restful sleep requires a quiet, settled digestive system. Furthermore, we must pause for a moment to consider the cumulative effect of eating sticky, sugary foods right before bed. This is a gentle reminder of the dental factor. As we age, our enamel often becomes thinner, and we may be more susceptible to cavities and gum issues. Raisins are notoriously sticky. They linger on in between the teeth, bathing them in sugar. Even diligent brushing right after a snack may not fully remove all the residue. Allowing concentrated sugar to sit on the teeth for 7 or 8 hours is not ideal for oral health. Good sleep is part of good overall wellness, and that includes caring for your teeth before you drift off. This is one more small argument for moving the enjoyment of this sweet treat earlier in the day. So, how do we fix this without giving up our beloved snack entirely? The solution is not elimination, but asterisk timing. We shift the raisin from the stressful pre-bed window to a time when its quick energy is actually needed and beneficial. We turn a sleep disruptor into an energy booster. The perfect time to enjoy your raisins is during the early to mid-afternoon. Think about the energy dip many of us feel between 2 p.m. and 4 p.m. This is often the time when we start reaching for coffee or wishing for a nap. This natural slump is exactly when your body can best utilize the rapid energy from the dried fruit. By consuming the raisins at this time, you get the energy boost you need to finish your day strong. More importantly, You give your body ample time, many hours, to process the sugar, stabilize your blood glucose levels, and clear the resulting insulin spike well before you lie down for the night. This ensures that when midnight rolls around, your systems are calm, balanced, and ready for deep rest, rather than bracing for a sugar crash. For the most stable energy release, and to minimize any spike, you should always pair your raisins with something else. The secret is to add healthy fat or protein. These nutrients act as natural speed bumps for the sugar. They slow the entire digestion process down. Imagine eating raisins alone. It's a fast car zooming down the highway. Now imagine pairing them with a small spoonful of almond butter, or perhaps a few walnuts, or mixing them into a plain yogurt. The fat and protein are like speed limits, ensuring the sugar eases into your blood rather than rushing. This helps prevent the drastic high and the subsequent crash later in the night. This is a wonderfully protective and simple step you can take today. Let's address a few common thoughts you might have. Maybe you are thinking, but I need the fiber from raisins to keep things regular. This is a valid concern. Raisins are excellent sources of dietary fiber. However, that fiber is still present and arguably more gentle earlier in the day. If you need a bedtime boost for regularity, consult your doctor about gentle, low-glycemic fiber options, like a small, fresh pear or a bit of ground flaxseed stirred into warm milk, which provides fiber without the concentrated sugar load. Another common thought is, I just crave something sweet at night. It's part of my routine. We honor that routine. The desire for comfort at the end of the day is natural and human. The key is substitution, not deprivation. Try swapping the high glycemic dried fruit for fresh, low glycemic options. A few fresh raspberries or blueberries, for example, offer sweetness, antioxidants, and water content, slowing digestion and reducing the impact on your blood sugar. A small square of dark high cocoa chocolate, 70% or higher, also offers flavor with less sugar impact than dried fruit. If you simply must have something warm and comforting, consider a tiny glass of warm milk, perhaps with a pinch of cinnamon. Cinnamon has been studied for its potential to help stabilize blood sugar, offering a comforting flavor without adding concentrated sugar. The warmth itself is deeply soothing and signals safety to your nervous system. So your goal tonight is simplicity. Do not eat the raisins or any other concentrated dried fruit within 2 to 3 hours of going to sleep. This simple habit shift gives your body the necessary time to fully process the sugar and normalize its energy hormones. It helps ensure that when you are in the deepest phase of your sleep cycle, your body's resting peacefully, not scrambling to correct a hormonal imbalance. This journey to better sleep is about gentle adjustments, not harsh restrictions. If you choose to enjoy dried fruit, make a conscious effort to enjoy it in the light of day, paired with a healthy protein. Use the energy boost when you need it most, and save the quiet nighttime hours for deep, restorative rest. We are so grateful you chose to spend this time with us. If this gentle reflection brought you new understanding or offered a path to better rest, please take a moment to subscribe to Senior Bedtime Radio. We are here every night, sharing warm, trusted voices and gentle wisdom designed to help you drift off with dignity, comfort, and peace. Tonight, as you settle deeper into your pillow, breathe in deeply, release the day, Release any frustration over past sleepless nights. Remember the simple lesson: timing is everything. Move your sweet snacks to the afternoon and let your body rest in the knowledge that it is safe, stable, and ready for a long, quiet night. Sweet dreams.